Well, greetings all. I'm sitting in the back garden on this very hot Monday afternoon. I've been up in the woods this morning, as you saw earlier, doing my breakfast kit. I've seen quite a few fishing type videos or survival fishing kits, and most of them are sadly lacking. Yes, it's great to have a little tub like this with hooks, weights and a bit of monofilm, and you're sitting there and you're fishing. You're in a situation in the woods somewhere, and you've got your fishing gear out and you're fishing. I would prefer to use what this is, and I've used this before, and it's a night line. They are illegal in the UK. I don't know about the rest of the world, but they're only illegal really if you get caught. Basically it's 2mm cord, nylon cord, and about every 18 inches or so you've got a small knot just there. Now on that small knot you measure off a leader. Now I normally measure the leaders off at a distance between each knot. You measure a leader off on monofilm, open the side pouch here, and I've got some size 12, size 18 and size 16 hooks. I work by the maxim, a big hook will catch a big fish but not a small fish, whereas a small hook will catch small and big fish. The reason for the night line is I would rather be doing something else than actually fishing. If I'm trying to set a camp up and I would need to procure food, it's easier to leave the line out overnight to procure food while you're actually setting your camp up. It's very easy. It sits on a wire frame. You unravel it. It's about 10 meters long, this one, and you have a weight at the end. Here I've got a piece of Cumbrian slate, so I used this up in the Lake District last time, and I've got one monofilm on here. Very cheap to put together, sits in the bottom of your rucksack, and it's great. I also have a similar system using the same cord, 20-pound monofilm, size 2 and size 4 hooks. This is designed specifically for long lining on the beach. A long line on the beach is legal, you can actually do that, and the best way to set your long line out is to stake out the line up and down the beach so you fish over the tide, and as the tide goes out you go down and you can pick your fish up, hopefully without the seagulls getting at it. It's a very good system. It does work very well, and it is still used in some parts of the UK today. In fact, up until about the 1920s they were using hawthorns as hooks. This is something I'm in the process of making. It's a hand line. Again, it will be using the 20-pound monofilm. You wind it onto here. You get a large weight, say an 8-ounce sea fishing weight, or I've got upstairs a couple of weights for a sewing machine, knitting machine, and it fits on there, and you hold it over the boat or over the edge of the pier or breakwater. You let it drop down, obviously baited up with a couple of paternosters, rigs, hoping for a bite. And last but not least, the sports fishing kit. Open it up, a couple of leaders, a couple of traces, spinners. These I use on the night line as well. If you bring it in a little closer, they're little jellies. If you can't find bait, they're very useful for banging on your night line. Obviously you'll get better luck if you go to where there's trout. Trout tend to be a little bit easier to catch. And I have a rather nice reel. and fold away fishing rod, and kindly given to me by a friend of mine at work. Haven't used these yet, but I have fished in the past. So there you go. As I say, if you're going fishing, sports fishing, yes, take your rod and line with you. But if you're going out to procure food, you might as well use the long line with a selection of hooks on there on each loop and put that out. You stand a better chance of getting your breakfast that way. And the same goes with snares. You don't put a single snare out, you will put about 30 snares out to catch a rabbit. That way you stand a better chance of procuring food. After all, when you're out in the bush, out in the backwoods, procuring food is an important task and one that cannot be taken lightly. And while the line is out, you're there getting the camp ready, doing other things, going other tasks, maybe setting snares up, or maybe just relaxing a bit. And there you go. So that is what I would take out with me. Fairly light in weight, sits in the bottom of the rucksack. It's a nice piece of kit.